everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have one of my favourite videos to film, which is a book haul. I've managed to accumulate quite a lot of books, I'd say over the last month maybe, I'm not sure, but I have them in piles. We have some romance books, some fantasy books, some miscellaneous, thrillers, lit fic, and then some non-fiction. So I'm super excited to get into this video, so I won't waste any more time. Let's just go straight into this. I'm going to start with the romance books. Here are my little stack of romance books. I firstly have B.K. Borison. This I've already read. A few of these I've already read and I'll be able to go over the plot. Others I like to go into my books completely blind, so I might not know much about them, but I'll try my best. So this is First Time Caller. I loved this book. It was actually my first 5-star of the year and I just loved it. It's kind of based on Sleepless in Seattle, about Aiden and Lucy. Aiden runs a kind of relationship radio show and where people call in and talk about love, but he's fallen out of love. And then Lucy is a single mum and a mechanic. Her daughter phones onto Aiden's show and talks about her mum, and then they meet up. She ends up being invited on the show, it goes viral, and then things go from there. And it was just such a cute story. It is one that I definitely want to reread, and it was super great. I then have a really exciting new release, which is Say You Remember Me, which is Abby Jimenez's new book, and I actually don't know anything about this. I like to go in completely blind to her books, but I've really enjoyed every book I've read from her so far, so I'm really excited to get to this one. She also just feels like summer. There's a few authors like Abby Jimenez, Emily Henry that just feel like summer in books. Then I have two books by Cara Bastone. This one is Ready or Not, which was her release this time last year, I think. And I did read this when it came out. This is not my original copy because I gave it kind of a mid rating, I think like 3 stars, and I seriously think that rating was affected by my life at that time. So I wanted to give it another go because she has her new release, which is Promise Me Sunshine, and I've heard nothing but great things about this one. I believe it is about a couple, but the girl in the relationship, her best friend has died, so it's also a kind of exploration of grief, I guess, which I love. A deeper, meaningful romance like this might get me, so I want to reread this and get to this as well. So I forgot to say, this is about a woman and she has kind of a one-night stand, gets pregnant, and then it is, I think, best friend's brother. I don't quite remember, so don't take my word on that, but it was a fun book, I remember, but my life at the time was just not boding well with books. I have another new release, which is Elsie Silver's new release. I haven't read the orange one yet. What is it called? I haven't read Wild Eyes yet. I wasn't going to pick it up because I hadn't read the other one, but I was seeing all over my Instagram the kind of Pinterest boards, the mood boards of this book, and I needed it. And lastly, I have my 5th copy of this book. It's a problem. I can't help myself. It's a funny story. The US paperback came out. Look at the lemons down the spine. So cute. And I just wanted this copy. Actually, I have an excuse for this copy, which is that at the end you get an extract from her new release, A Big Beautiful Life. So I really wanted to read that, and I know I'm going to love that book so much. So that's why I got this one. Those are all the romance books that I've picked up this month. So I think next I'm going to go on to fantasy. This one is so exciting. Like, maybe my favourite purchase of the haul. Oh, it's so heavy. I got Game of Thrones. I hyper fixated on wanting to read them, and I knew I had to find the right copies because these are hard books to read to me. Epic fantasies, there's going to be politics, all these characters, so I thought I need a good copy of these books, and I decided to go with these because, firstly, look at how stunning. I love this one so much. They're massive, huge books, which I think is great, and they are so floppy, as you can see. So I believe these are US editions. They are by the publisher Bantam, and I just found them on Amazon. They were quite expensive, but not as bad as other places on Amazon. Then I will just run through all of these. So this one is obviously a Game of Thrones. Then we have A Clash of Kings, A Storm of Swords, A Feast of Crows, and lastly A Dance with Dragons. I just think like this book is huge. This is huge, but I'm so excited to get into these. But I cannot wait to read these. Also my dad is really excited for me to read these, so yeah, very, very excited about these. Okay, then I have 2 more fantasy books. So I did get The Sword of Kaigan. I found this on somebody's TikTok. I cannot remember for the life of me who, but she was going through her like absolute 6-star god tier reads. She said this was the most like heartfelt, emotional, epic fantasy she'd ever read, and I was sold. Also, as soon as I realised it is a woman lead, I believe, I'm sold. So yeah, once again, I'm going in blind. I honestly know nothing about this. I'd kind of seen it floating around, but I thought it was a book for boys. So yeah, but I've realised that it's for me. So I picked up this. And then the last one I got is We Free the Stars, because I was reading We Hunt the Flame and it was sounding like it was building up to something. So I thought I need the second one, but I actually haven't read this yet. So whether I needed it immediately or not, debatable, but I have it. So this is just the sequel, We Hunt the Flame, which is a really good YA fantasy actually. I really enjoyed that. Now I'm going to go on to the kind of miscellaneous section. There's some thrillers, there's some lit fic, there's a really rogue choice for me. So let's go into them. I went to some charity shops near me with my mum, and for some reason that day they were stocked with the good stuff. So a few of these are from the charity shop, which I love going book shopping in charity shops because it feels like you've found treasure when you find books that are on your TBR. So I got The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. I will read anything Kristen Hanna. She is so good. I recently read The Winter Garden by her, which was incredible. I was crying my eyes out. I am getting sad thinking about that right now. But this one is one that I'd never gravitated towards, but I thought whilst it was literally £1, I might as well pick it up. And I believe this is about America's Great Depression and the Dust Bowl. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'll read anything she writes, so I'm really excited about this and meet the characters. I love her characters so much. Another charity shop purchase is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. Me and my mum love Lisa Jewell. I think she's just great. Like, I read one of her books in a day when it's sunny. I just go sit in the garden and read it front to back because you can't really put them down either. I just picked up this one. I don't know anything about this one, to be honest, but I just thought it was £1. I might as well. Then I have a book that is another one that I used to have before. I used to have it on my shelves, but I sold it and I bought it again. That is Malibu Rising. I just thought it was £1.50. I might as well. And my friend, when we went away on holiday last year, he read it and he said it was great. So I thought I might as well pick it up and try it again. I don't really know much about this, but I have read other Taylor Jenkins read and enjoyed them. Lastly, from the charity shop is one that I've kind of seen floating around. There's a girl I follow on TikTok that this is her like absolute ride or die soul tie book, and it is I'll Give You the Sun. I don't know much about this. All I know is that it is a tearjerker. Oh, what's going on? Oh, there's like big writing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. I believe it's a YA though, but I'm gonna give it a go. We'll see. Sometimes I want a sad book. Next, I will show you The Favourite by Lane Fargo. I've not read this yet, but honestly it's been everywhere. This went viral. Everybody has been loving it, to be honest. I've not heard anybody say anything bad about it yet. This, to me, from what I've heard, is similar to Carrie Soto's Back, but ice skaters. And I believe it's 2 ice skaters, ex-ice skaters, retired, whatever, are going back over maybe a scandal that happened in the past. I don't really know, but I've heard great things, so I bought it. On to more lit fic. I have Severance by Ling Ma. This is about like a capitalist dystopian, and I did start it, but I think I was just not in the mood for it. And I think it's about this virus or this plague that has killed everybody off, that makes them repeat the same action over and over again. And then it's a group of survivors, or the ones that didn't catch this illness, are just trying to navigate survival, I think. I've heard great things about it, wanted to read it, got it. I have Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. Heard great things about this one. I believe this also explores grief between 4 sisters. I'm not sure though. I haven't even read Cleopatra and Frankenstein yet. I need to, and my friend is like pestering me every day to read it. But yeah, I have just heard great things about it, so when it came out in paperback I thought I would get it. These last two, I was reading this biography, and through reading this was sold to me as like it's just pure gossip, which it is. It's so good, and it made me want to read the works of both of these authors, so I picked one book each up. So for Joan Didion I got The Year of Magical Thinking. This, I think I wanted to read this anyway outside of that book. I'd heard of this, it was floating around, and yeah, I think this is an exploration of grief, which seems to be a theme across the books that I like. Not sure, but yeah, short, cute. And then for Eve Babbitt's I got Slow Days Fast Company, because this one was referenced quite a lot in that biography, so thought I'd give it a go. And this is a really lovely structured book. I don't know, like it's floppy, there's a nice amount of words on a page. I picked up both of these to give these authors a go and wanted to see their works. Lovely little stack. This is my rogue purchase. I'm not sure why I got obsessed with Greek mythology. It came out of nowhere. I always have to fall asleep to a video at night, and I think I just got onto the deeper part of YouTube about the Trojan War, Greek mythology, and it made me want to read some. Obviously I think, is it the Odyssey, the Odyssey? They're making a film of that, so I decided to pick up Iliad. Don't ask me when I'm going to read this. I don't have an answer for you, because it's very... oh, it's ripped. Oh, my shoulder. Oh well. It's very overwhelming. I did lots of research into translations of this, and I believe this Emily Wilson makes it the most digestible to people new to Greek mythology, so I went with her version, which is actually so nice. It's written in verse, which I'm excited to try, but this is a big boy. This is a chunky book, and as we know, I like to sit and binge my books front to back. I think it's the ADHD. I think I just have to, I will sit in the same spot and read it from the front page to the back all the way through. I don't think I'll be able to do that with this, but yeah, I picked this up. I am really excited to read it. I'm just very scared. It's like The Count of Monte Cristo. I am desperate to read that book, but I keep putting it off because I'm so scared. I just thought I'll add it to my, is it a classic? Add it to my classics collection. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I am. And I think it will give me great insight. This is my rogue purchase. Oh well. Then the last section I have for this little book haul is non-fictions. Okay, so of course I had to buy my manifesty mindset books. I just find so many that I need. So the first one is The Confidence Code. This was the book club pick to a podcast that I really like, and I found it for super cheap because this is like £20 on Amazon and I found it for £5, so winner. And this is just about confidence. And oh, I forgot a book. Okay, another book I have is Confidence by Roxy Nafousi. I went to her launch talk show about this. Absolutely incredible. Cannot wait to read that book. I love that woman so much. I went with my friend. It was so fun. There was a choir singing at the end. It was just the most inspirational, motivational talk. So I also have that book on confidence. So between these two, I think I'm pretty set on the confidence. I have The Power of Now. This is the special edition. I think it's like an anniversary edition. I found this in TK Maxx, so it was cheaper, so I thought I might as well. I had great things about this one, and the contents look really good. And these are exactly the kind of books that I like to use as kind of mentors or coaching, because I feel like if you read just a little bit of these every day, you get that kind of thrill and rush of motivation to keep you going, and it's just like you take that little piece of wisdom every single day. So I just like to collect these books to keep me going. That's my excuse. Then I have another one for manifesting, which is Ask and It's Given. The contents actually seems like your kind of everything you could need basics textbook on manifesting. So I feel like if you are new to manifesting or kind of law of attraction or resumption, this is your place to go. I wasn't going to buy this, and they say don't judge a book by its cover, but I was judging. I thought, this is not for me, this is not for the girlies, but it is. Just ignore the cover and go to the contents, and it looks great. So I picked this up in TK Maxx as well. Then I have what is maybe the smallest book I've ever owned. This tiny, it's like a pamphlet nearly. So it's Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. I don't know who I saw talking about this, but I saw somebody and they just said it was great. And I think just having this tiny little book, and it actually just seems so good, and I love his teachings. Then have a classic. I picked this up at the charity shop as well because it was £1.50, and I used to have this book. This seems to be a reoccurring theme of giving away the books I actually still want to read. But I used to have this, I think, I must have been 15, 16, like I was young. This was the first ever book that I'd read in this kind of realm, and I don't remember anything about it, to be honest. Like I do the basic principles because I was like at that age thinking, what is the secret? But I just wanted to go over it and see what it actually says at an older age, and I just thought it is kind of your classic staple within these kind of books. So I'm glad I found it for super cheap. This one, in a previous video, I struggled a lot to say what it's about, so I don't think I'm going to try that hard in this video, but it is, God, I don't even know how to say that word, but it's these essays by John Green. And I don't know it's got tabs because I got this in the charity shop as well, but I don't know much about this. All I know is that there was this girl on TikTok and she looked really cool, and she said this was one of her favourite books and she found it so fascinating. So of course when I see it for £2 in the charity shop, I'm thinking, let me read it. I'm so easily influenced. But look, it even has it's like Penguins of Madagascar. I'm sat, like, I want to know what it's talking about. I don't know what that girl said about this book, but it made me want to read it. And oh my gosh, is this the last book in the haul? I think it is. Okay, well this is a fun one to end off with. As I'm sure we all know by now, I say it in every video, I managed to sneak it in there. It's my personality. I do have ADHD. I got it diagnosed 4 years ago now. I went to the launch talk of this book. My mum booked me on it. She said I needed it, and I met James Brown. He was incredible, the funniest man. He was so kind, and he explained ADHD in such a beautiful way that was like, basically his underlying premise was, it's not your fault, it is your literal brain. Like, don't go around blaming yourself for all these things you can't do or procrastinate, or, you know, it's not your fault. And I love that. So I got this book. He actually signed it for me. He signed it, and he actually said I rock. So yeah, but this is just that book. I haven't read it yet. It is about ADHD, obviously. I think it kind of just goes over what he said in the talk, which I think will be really helpful because I love learning about what is going on with me. That is the final book in this haul. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read any of these books and let me know your thoughts on them. And yeah, thank you again, and I will speak to you very, very soon.